Enron Burgundy Company acquired building and land for $350,000 cash. The building has a fair market value of $250,000 and the land has a fair market value of $190,000. What is the journal entry to record the acquisition of the land and building? So real quick, guys, we're not going to do any numbers right now, but I want to ask you guys, what are we doing? What are we trying to do in question 4? Are we depreciating? Are we amortizing? What are we doing in question 4? There was a slide on this from today's lecture. Now, I don't see today's lecture, so you guys will have to guide me on this. So question 4, check this out, guys. Enron Burgundy Company land for $350,000 cash. The building has a fair market value of $250,000 and the land has a fair market value of $190,000. What is the journal entry to record the acquisition of the land and building? So real quick, guys, we're not going to do any numbers right now, but I want to ask you guys, what are we doing? What are we trying to do in question 4? Are we depreciating? What are we doing in question 4? What are we trying to do? Make a journal entry? What kind of journal entry? What kind of journal entry are we trying to do for question 4? Holy crap. We guys are doing a lump sum purchase. Lump sum purchase. I would label this problem lump sum purchase. I would write that if I was you guys, so we would know what we're trying to do. We're not depreciating. We're not doing any of the other stuff in chapter 8. We're doing a lump sum purchase. So when we're doing a lump sum purchase, we're buying basically 2 or more items for the price of 1. 2 or more items for 1 price. So we bought 2 things here. We bought building, I'm going to highlight that, and we bought land. We bought 2 different assets. As you guys know, building and land are different assets. And I actually forgot to do question 2. We'll do that real soon after this. For $350,000 cash. So that's basically what we did. Bought 2 assets, building and land, for $350,000 cash. The problem is, we're going to do this journal entry. There's going to be a problem. We're going to debit building, because we bought an asset, and we're going to debit land. We bought 2 assets, right? Debit building, debit land, increase our assets. And we're going to credit cash. See, because we're paying in cash, $350,000 cash. So that's the easiest part. What the problem is how much are we going to debit the building, and how much are we going to debit land? That is the problem. So how are we going to do that, guys? How are we going to find out how much is the building and how much is land? We basically solved a lot of this journal entry except those 2 parts. What must we do in a lump sum purchase? So give me a number. Give me like a fractional number. What would you do for the building? Now let's see. I got the words. So give me the fraction. What would it look like? This over this. Ah, so you guys are on something. All right, so you guys, Chelsea knows what she's doing. So I'm gonna break down what Chelsea's got. So Chelsea's right, and I'll break down what she has. What you first have to do is figure out the total fair value of all the assets purchased. That's in words. Fair value of all the assets purchased. And I'm going to highlight fair value for you guys. That's fair value. Fair value could also be called the market value. Same thing. So you want to find the fair value, which is the market value, how much you can sell it for, of all the assets purchased. So we have the building, which has a fair market value of $250,000, and we have the land, which has a fair market value of $190,000. So like Chelsea has in that little part there, the total fair value of all the items is $440,000. Okay? Can I get a thumbs up for this part? Step 1. All right, good. So we got step 1, total fair value of all the assets purchased. 2, we're going to take the fair value of each item and divide by total fair value. So building fair value, for example, over the total fair value. So I'll do what she did. The $250,000, which is the fair value of the building, divided by the $440,000, which is the total fair value. What percent do we get, guys, when we do that? I don't have a calculator on me. And you can round to the nearest percentage. 57%. All right, so the building is 57% of all the items we received. So without even doing the math for the land, how much is the land in percentage? This is the building. If the building's 57%, how much is the land? 43%. Yeah, you guys can skip doing the whole dividing thing and just think about it. It's 43%. We only got 2 items. So we found that. We found the percentage. Step 3 is take the percentage and multiply it by the cash paid. Okay? That's step 3. All right? So for the building, you're going to take the $57,000, and I'm going to ask you guys, how much cash do we pay? What am I going to multiply the 57% by? $350,000, just making sure we're all on the same page. So the building is going to be the 57% times the $350,000, and the land is going to be the 43% times the $350,000. So what is 57% times $350,000? And you can round again, round to the nearest dollar. Not too worried about decimals and stuff. All right, you both got it. Good stuff. You both have it. I'm super happy when you guys get the right answer and post it at the same time, because that means you guys are getting it together. So how about the land? Do the land now. $150,500. Perfect. And that's it. You plug this into the journal entry that I highlighted. $199,500, and then $150,500. And that's all we got to do. We're just trying to figure out how much we're trying to debit our assets. Any questions here, guys? If you guys are good, can I get another thumbs up? And if you guys aren't, please type in your question. Oh, so you guys are good. All right, cool. And that's how we do a lump sum purchase. There's only one slide on it, and this is all you guys need to know is just these simple steps.